don't. This is not the time to have morals. We had a long discussion about having each other's backs that night.
Ref blows a whistle and we lose 6-5.
Is there anyone you can pinpoint at?
Welcome back to Critical Banter. This is the podcast where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into one single podcast. Today's episode, we have a new game called Draw This. Use your imagination. I don't know what it is. And we also got blind rankings, TikTok famous bit of content. So stay tuned for that. But before that, to wrap the week, we got me and Miguel. We have Kush.
Yes, sir.
My God, back from Europe. We have Robro1.
G'day.
And we have Seni as always.
I know we're all dying to hear from Rose. I got a quick one just for this week. So I was talking to my friend yesterday who does listen to the podcast and said she was on the bus driving, I think, from work back home. And the guy sitting in front of her was playing music out loud, but she was listening and it wasn't actually music. He was playing our podcast out loud on speaker. So this is just a message. If you are that rapscallion, please, for the love of God, use AirPods or a headphone.
Or don't. I like
No,
the
we
fact
did
that
not
it's-
pay this much for beautiful Rode mics and a Rodecaster for you to just play it out loud, all right? So a bit of respect to everyone
Yeah, I
else
don't
on the
want
bus.
our podcast associated with this behavior.
Yeah, it's
Hoon behavior.
tomfoolery.
Yeah.
Look, over the last few weeks, I've been listening to the podcast. Santa's just been patting himself on the back non-stop.
It is self-indulgent, I will say.
Who
that.
replied to the guy on Instagram saying they want free drinks?
Wait,
Was that
what?
you, Kush?
It's a free.
It wasn't me.
Oh, someone,
Whoa, how did the
Wait, what are you
conversation
talking
go?
about? Yeah.
Well, some bloke messaged us and he's like, "Oh, I got some. I bought Santa a free drink or whatever." And then someone replied to him saying, "We'll be here at this time, this date. Buy me 3 drinks."
What?
Wait, what?
No, I have not seen that. No, it has to be mixed then.
Well, it has to be mixed.
Yeah.
The look, the fame's getting to someone's head. All right. I mean,
It ain't me, brother. I got no use for drinks.
None of us then.
Maybe someone's got fucking third-party access to our accounts.
look, let's just put that to one side. But there is. I want to nip this in the bud. All right, we're humble men. All right, no more, going to the clouds. But I'm back, and for you, like for many people who have just started listening to the podcast, they'll be like, "Who is this guy in my ears?"
New character.
New character unlocked. I see on the guest ladder Henry Zhu. That was an episode 2.
He's recapping his bros himself.
Well, because I don't really listen to the podcast that much if I'm not on it.
Okay.
Sorry, no, if I've been on it because I already know it, right?
Right.
So I was listening. I was traveling the world, listening to Critical Banter in my ears, and wow, what a cast we've got going on here. I'll say that. But look, I've got some travel stories. I got some yarns to share, and well, Sen actually told one of my yarns, but I'm going to retell it because there was some slight inaccuracies.
Okay.
Oh,
So no one wants to hear about the good parts of travel, right? The only fun things that happen is the things that go wrong, right? In a month, some things can go wrong. So yarn number 1, I'll call it L number 1. This will be a series of the L's that I took overseas. L number 1, I messaged Sen and Migs this actually. Get to London after a 24-hour flight. West Point Hotel, London.
Here we go. Here we go.
Was the accommodation booked? I rock up to West Point, London, and yes, correct, it was in 2024. But what I didn't tell you boys as well was that I rocked up to the wrong West Point, London. So what happened was I get to the actual accommodation, right? The guy's looking for my booking details. Obviously, it's not there. He's like, what's your booking number? I say it to them. He looks it up. Doesn't exist. Then I show him my phone, which has the booking.com link. And I'm like, here it is, brother. First he looks at and he sees 2024. He's like, oh, it's 2024. But then he's like, wait, I still can't find it. Give me a second. Then he looks at it. Turns out we've just gone to the wrong hotel. So, and it's not even the same chain. There's just like 10 different West Point Londons. And I've just chucked into Google Maps. We've rocked up.
so
And,
it's just different ones, but are called the same thing.
Call the same
So
thing.
it's sort of like probably the Holiday Inn where you can see the bookings at various locations.
Correct. Completely different like chain, not even associated with the one that I booked. So yeah, like as Sen said, we just booked a place down the road. No dramas at all. But I'll tell you one thing. That experience gave me quite a bit of anxiety because every single time I went to different accommodations and every time they took maybe more than 30 seconds to figure out where my booking was, I was like, oh no, we've done it again. But I will say one thing. This was the one accommodation I did not book.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, right.
So I'm going to throw my girlfriend on the bus here, Cindy.
Here we go.
Mate, Cindy's just chucked that through the pipeline.
proceed to check out
2024.
rather quickly there.
To be fair to her, she was on like a run of nights, so she might have been delirious when she booked it. But
So why
look,
did you let her book it?
no, she wanted to book the first one and the one that we visited her sister in
Okay.
Leeds. So I was like, yeah, you do that. I'll do the rest.
Was the
My
Leeds
hands
one
are-
correct?
Yeah, the Leeds one was correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was all well and good there. So that was in London. Fantastic experience. We actually, the place that we booked was some shanty town in Paddington where the bathroom was like the size of like a train carriage bathroom. Like it was pretty grim.
Oh, dear.
The lights were flickering, so I had to turn the lights off when I showered because otherwise I literally felt like I was going to epilepsy. It was like a strobe light nonstop, and I asked them to fix it and they didn't. So I've started reviewing places on booking.com. That one got a 0. 1 star, thank you very much.
Did you review all the places, like every place you went on Booking.com?
Yeah, most of them were actually all right. But this one made me feel like
Do you have the review?
Did you leave a comment?
No, I didn't really leave a comment. I couldn't be bothered doing that.
No, because then I want to know why you left a 1 star.
Because he's having an epilepsy in the shower, bro.
But
That's
write
why.
that.
Yeah.
Let future travelers know.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe I should have done that. But again, I didn't. I'm selfish, so I didn't bother. L number 2, still in London, actually. So day 2 in London. By the way, I went for like 25 days. So strap in, boys.
Fuck me. Good luck, Kush, editing this.
Gonna go to L25 one per
Mammoth.
day.
But have you been to London when you're walking through the park and there's just like chairs that are seated in the
Yeah.
park that you can just, have a seat beautifully?
Yeah.
So I get there and obviously because you're in Europe, we're walking around, we're seeing all the sights. So like the step count's going through the roof. I see this beautiful set of deck chairs on a park. So we decide, let's rest our feet for maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then go to our little high tea reservation afterwards. Not more than 30 seconds do I sit down. Does this lady come up and accost me? Because turns out those deck chairs are paid.
Of course, mate. Of
Mate.
course.
Where was the sign?
It's no knowledge.
Yeah. It's
I did not know
assumed.
this. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. We didn't know. How much is it? And she's like, oh, it's like £10 or something. I was like, well, that's $20. I'm only going to sit here for 2 minutes. So I was like, oh, look, we didn't see the sign. And she's like, oh, I saw you staring at it. I'm like, I didn't stare at it, but sure thing. And so we get there and I was going to like walk away. But then Cindy was like, oh, I think we should pay. I was like, don't, this is not the time to have morals. We had a long discussion about having each other's backs that night.
I get a roast sitting down in the corner.
I was like,
Look,
"Look,
it's us against the world, mate.
you can't be letting these people take and take and take, all right? So that was L number 2.
Oh, so you paid.
Yeah, I had to pay. Because well, to be fair, we did sit down. But
Surely
Money
before...
bags and I don't know over here.
Exactly, man. Gets a new
Charity
iPhone
case.
and all of a sudden...
no, I
10
went.
£10 for like 2 minutes on a
Yeah,
chair.
that is rogue from you, right?
What do you mean? I would have walked out that.
I would've
it's not
just
the
left
door.
her.
I did left there, but the other half is just sitting on the deck chair.
No sense says leave the other half
Yeah, I would
there.
have left the other half there.
Go to high tea, enjoy your time, man.
Jesus.
Didn't you have to Google beforehand, top 10 scams of X location. This is surely one of them.
Yeah. Oh well, I didn't look that up. And I did get scammed. Fair play. First scam.
Yeah.
Actually, no, that was my only scam. L number 3 was also in London, same day. We went back to back. Actually, we went back to back to back. It was a three-peat of L's. So we go to this like restaurant. It was like a fancy restaurant that we booked. Like fantastic. Let's have our first like lunch. Let's have a nice lunch, right? So we get there, have a nice cocktail. Dinner was great. Or lunch was great. And then we get the bill. I look at the bill. A lot of euros. Pounds. And then I see a little voluntary contribution. I was like, oh, what's this? 15 euros to save the children or something. And they've, 15 pounds to save the children. And they've given me a little letter with like this dying child on it saying, thank you very much. So now what do I do here? I'm on the very uncomfortable situation
Yeah.
of having to rip 15 pounds away from, Malawi,
Little Abdi.
Oh my.
which I didn't do. But, sketch in London, take it off.
So you paid that as well.
I had to pay that. How could I not pay that?
That one's a tricky one to...
So already you're $50 out of pocket.
Which one did you find more difficult? The saving the child or the
deck
bench?
chairs was easy as I was ready to walk because
Yeah.
like she's not a policewoman. She's got no authority.
Yeah,
What's she gonna do if I walk away?
But your morals were questioned here, more so than the bench, you'd say.
Obviously, like
Okay, yeah.
But-
When you're confronted with a photo of a child and it says thank you for saving them.
But surely it's an emotional ploy, right? Knowing you would
course it
recognize
is.
that. You
Yeah,
don't do
but
anything.
what am I going to say to the waiter? Actually, can you get rid of the £15 charge? I don't want to help
so
Abdi.
it was added to
was
your
already
receipt.
It was
added.
already on the bill.
Oh, okay.
See,
I
Kush,
thought-
are you going to go up to the waiter and be like, sorry, mate, can you remove this
I probably
£15?
I reckon I would.
No
I would 100%.
Hey, you.
I reckon in the moment it's a bit confronting.
It's a
But
stock
£15
image,
is
bro.
a bit much, no?
It is.
£15.
That is so much. How
Surely
much was your
five.
meal?
Surely like 5 per bill. They got enough to save some children.
How much was your meal otherwise?
It
Without
was like
the-
115, 120 pounds.
Well, then what's another 15 to save
Yeah.
a kid?
That is
Go
true.
on.
In ratio, it's not too.
yeah, but
You're
I,
out
still,
here indulging yourself. Come on, little kid needs
Well,
a bit of a
that's-
meal over there as well.
I think that's how they get you. But whatever. Look, I'm happy to pay. And then also in London, right? I was feeling generous that day, it seems, because little kids like walking up to me in the park, and they were like, "Oh, can you donate?" Like for female boxing, they're like little boxes, right? In the little boxing gym. They wanted to give gear to the female boxers. there.
Misfits boxing or some shit, bro.
Yeah, anyways, I was like, oh, I don't have cash. And this guy, little kid, 10-year-old, pulls out the square for me to tap my card. Yeah. So I've given him £20 as well. What?
This is so unlike Roe behavior than what we
Typical
established to Roe.
when you're
is.
on holiday.
Holiday mode, man.
Monopoly money.
But this is a bit much, bro.
Yeah.
This is a bit much.
This feels like you've caved, man. This is not
That's
the
already
Roe that I
$100
wanna-
out of pocket for nothing.
Okay, look, the deck chairs, that didn't need to be paid. The Save the Children had to be paid.
Probably, yeah.
This little kid who was asking for boxing gear didn't have to be paid, but he was a really nice kid and I respected the hustle, to be perfectly honest. And I was like, oh, I'll just give him £20, no dramas.
And if that kid was here in Sydney, you wouldn't even bat an eyelid.
Absolutely not. But like
probably
Nick
fend him
said,
off.
holiday mode. And this is day 1 and 2, right? So I'm absolutely like money's free at this
You're not
point.
checking the finances the first week.
That is true.
Yeah, I haven't checked the finances.
I wouldn't for a while.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say this: I maxed out my credit card, so yeah, got to pay that back at some
Did you
point.
at least get did you set up a new credit card so you get Qantas points here?
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
mate. I've
good
done all.
man.
I got
Look at this.
I got the flights for free thanks to Qantas
hustle.
points.
You love to see it.
But I maxed that card out, and so I will need to do some serious. I'll have to hire an accountant if anyone knows one. Let me know. I got 2 more L's that I copped on the trip, and many of the L's are the first time. We got a Ryanair flight to go, I think, to Mallorca, and I will say Ryanair gave me a delightful experience. Checking in on the plane, it was fine. Do you know Ryanair doesn't have any like pockets on the seat? It's just like a prison cell. It's like a metal chair with like nothing to put like your
like your food and drinks, nothing.
food and drinks. Obviously
They
not.
don't even give you food and drinks.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you gotta
What
buy
about
it.
your
Yeah.
phone, your charger, stuff like that?
But that was fine. I didn't care because obviously it was Ryanair. I knew what I signed up for. What I didn't sign up for was the auction that was happening in the plane. So Ryanair, I think to make more money, basically every 5 minutes or so, the flight attendants will hold essentially this is like auction where they just start selling off products. It's like anyone wants some Tom Ford perfume.
What?
Yeah, anyone wants some magazines, DVDs, like a garage sale that was happening in there, right?
Good VHS, mate.
So I'm sitting there and like I'm hearing the noise of this lady just going on and on. No one's really buying anything, right? Because why would you? But for some reason, you can do testers. So with the perfumes, they're just spraying perfumes nonstop in the middle of this, we're in air and it's a metal tube.
This pressurized cabin.
Yeah. I've got, Gucci Bloom just sprayed nonstop in
It's
the
a good
actual
vintage,
plane.
that one.
So it was like a 2-hour flight maybe. And so like for the next hour and a half, like I couldn't, my head is
You were basically high.
throbbing because of all the scents. And they weren't good scents as well. Ryanair is selling the cheap ones.
You said Tom Ford. That's one of the big ones.
I don't think Tom Ford was on
okay.
there. I just threw out because I remember Migs using Tom Ford. A lot of duty frees.
Did you buy anything? Did anyone actually buy anything?
I didn't see anyone buy anything. The final L. Actually, I didn't cop this L.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Was that last one an L?
Yeah, dude. Imagine
Couldn't
sitting there
breathe,
for
man.
1.5 hours.
Yeah,
just
okay.
just getting. You're in a gas chamber
It's like
essentially.
you're sitting in the Maya perfume section for an hour.
Even worse than that because you can't. At least the Maya disperses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
surprised you didn't get the Ryanair experience. Like, I've heard shocking stories of Ryanair. Planes dipping, traversing over the ocean.
How was the takeoff and landing?
Honestly, it was pretty good.
That's
You
surprising.
didn't get accosted for your carry-on luggage? That's a common one.
That's a classic one. Right
They
there.
do-
When you're about to get on the plane, there's fucking someone walking down the line of people just
Like
sussing
with
your
Jetstar.
carry-on.
Nah, they were actually really respect. Like they didn't even check people's Hand luggage. I don't know what's
You
happening.
didn't have to put in that little box.
Yeah, to see if it fits. I did see one person get turned away though, because they literally brought a massive suitcase
Unlucky us.
in their hand luggage. I don't actually know what happened to him, but they were having a bit of a tussle about that. But like Ryanair didn't care about the hand luggage for me or for anyone in the line, like the weight. Like meanwhile, when I went Jetstar, they religiously check every single person's luggage. Ryanair was just like, yeah, jump on. Meanwhile, Italian Air, ITA, ITA Air, mate, they got to sort their pilots out, I swear to God, because people were screaming on the plane. I actually thought I was going to die.
Wait.
You know the feeling of when you're flying and the plane just drops and it feels like you're on a roller coaster?
Turbulence, when you get the natural
Bit
turbulence.
of free fall.
Bit of free fall. But like usually turbulence is shaky, but you don't really get the
you get a
roller
bit of
coaster
bouncing
feeling.
You
up
get
and
a
down.
bit, but it's not much where your stomach shouldn't drop. You never had that feeling.
So stomachs dropped multiple times on that flight and people just started But in my head, I'm a savvy flyer. I know that the most dangerous parts of flying is takeoff and landing.
Yeah,
Turbulence hasn't killed anyone, so I was calm as a cucumber. But on the landing, I was a bit shaky actually because you know the blokes at Italian Air, old Giuseppe, that was his actual name. All right, he had no idea how to fly a plane.
And this flight cost you how much?
Like,
€5?
Yeah, like $10 probably. It was
Well,
cheap
there
as
you go.
chips. But I did have to buy, luggage because obviously I was lugging that around. So that increased the price a bit. The last hour wasn't me. We traveled with my partner's sister as well, Selena. And she, where did we go? We went from Barcelona and we were flying out to Rome and she was flying back to her exchange uni. Miguel's an alum.
Yeah, shout out Leeds.
Shout out Leeds Uni. So she flies out at like maybe an hour after us. So we go to the airport, no worries. Then I get a call and she's like, oh, I've missed my flight. And I was like, what have you done here? What have you done? It turns out, you know how like Qantas operates Jetstar?
Yeah.
So KLM is another airline and they do like a budget airline as well.
Right.
So she was waiting in the KLM line and it was like a 2-hour long line and she gets to the front and they're like, oh, actually you have to check in with this other airline, which is in a different terminal. And the flight is in like 30 minutes.
Oh.
So she tries to race across there. Nah,
No bingo.
So then she has to cop like it actually wasn't too bad, but Leeds doesn't have an airport, does it?
Does have an airport, but they ain't fly to Leeds much,
I was going to
brother.
say, it's probably a small one.
Leeds Bradford Airport ain't get many flights.
You go to Manchester, I think, and then probably.
Train over
Train
there.
it, yeah.
Anyway, so she had to cop a $500 flight ticket to I think, Manchester or London or something and then catch the train from there.
It's not enjoyable.
But look, all in all, in a 25-day journey, 26-day journey,
Those are the only L's.
3 L's.
That's not bad.
Not bad.
I thought we were on for a 20-hour episode, an hour and L, something like that. But not bad from you, right?
Yeah, it actually was a smooth journey, I would say. There was a couple of close shaves.
Saw some photos. Saw some nefarious things in the photos, but that's besides the point.
Oh, man. I forgot to bring that today. I'll give that to you later, Mix.
Hey. Watch yourself.
Mine was excited for a little treat overseas. Don't worry about it.
We'll keep it off air. We'll keep it
So
off air.
confused.
Got a blank
Anyways,
face.
you had a good trip,
I had
all
a
in all.
lovely trip.
Well, glad to have you
What's your
back.
favorite place, bro?
I think Majorca was a good spot. Beautiful beaches.
Notorious party city as well, no?
Oh, we weren't actually on that side. So Magaluf is like a beach that all the
Yeah, you ain't a MAGA like that.
Magaluf.
it's like cheap Ibiza for students. Think Gold Coast type vibes.
I was thinking Bali.
Or Bali, I suppose. Yeah. So they're all the UK people.
All
go
the,
to-
English youths.
go to Magaluf, which is on one side of the island. We were the more respectable
Calmer.
side of the island.
Gotcha.
I took a car and said I was asking you for tips on how to drive on the right side of the road.
How did you find it?
It was early on. I was veering extremely right.
Right, that's what I did. Did
Yeah. So like the car placement on the lanes was just not great.
you have lane assist?
Nah.
I found that very helpful.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it was just going off.
It was good
nonstop.
because I just kept letting it go to the right and the car immediately just corrected it for me. Beautiful.
No, I didn't have that. But yeah, and then once you get over the fear, because like you feel like when you're on the left, when you're driving on the right side, your passenger or your driver's seat is on the left side of the car, and it feels like if you go too left, you're like going to go head on
You're
into
going to hit.
incoming
You're going to
traffic.
hit. Yeah.
Yeah, so that was a little bit of a hurdle to jump over, but
Which is why you kept going right because you'd
Correct.
rather let the passenger die.
exactly.
Yeah, after London, I think he would want that to happen.
But all in all, good trip.
Alrighty, glad to have you back, Ro. And one of the main reasons why we're glad to have you back is I think we need you, man. We need you on our Thursday football adventures. So back with the community sport updates. This Thursday we had a game. I hyped it up last week saying, if you remember in the group chat and
Yeah.
maybe even on this pod, I'm like, mate, big game coming up. Played them before. Big team. Got to bring our A game. And by our A game, Kush, we had 4 out of 6 people by kickoff. We had our fill-in, put the keeper gloves on, and maybe go in goal. But thankfully, Seni and our keeper got there right on time. We had to stall the ref a bit, and we were underway. And then we get to by midway through the second half, we're flying, mate. We're 5-3 up, 10 minutes left, up against a tough team. So we're balls to the walls, mate. We're yelling like we've never yelled before. Team cohesion's at top tier.
Yeah.
We let 1 goal in, Kush. 5-4. We're on the ropes. The other team are like, how long left, ref? You know? They're really on the ref about that. Get the ball, guys. Get the ball. 5-all, Kush. About 3 minutes left. And panic station set in because notoriously we're not that good up here. We're not a good mental team.
We're mental midgets.
We are absolutely mental midgets. And as expected, last kick of the game, 6-5, ball goes in. They're celebrating. Ref blows a whistle and we lose 6-5.
Is there anyone you can pinpoint at?
So we lost 6-5. Everyone to blame. I would say, even myself, even say everyone to blame because we let it slip out in our hands. After the game, man, we were sitting there depressed. I'll be honest with you, we didn't know what to do. Afterwards, I felt sick to my stomach at home.
I mean, that has to be like a top 10 worst feeling of all time. When you're winning, you know you're winning, and then it's
Like
just
a comfortable win as well.
and you gradually lose that control.
It was hard fought as well.
Yeah.
No, the worst feeling is when you can feel it slipping away during that.
That's
You
the
can feel
one.
the momentum shifting against you.
And suddenly just everything starts going wrong. 5-3, you should, and with 10 minutes to go, you should be holding
comfortable.
on easily.
And the worst, well, not the worst one, a bad part of this is because it's 6 aside, so there's no like walls or anything. But now they've realized people kick the ball away. So they have a lot of balls on hand. So if the ball goes far away, someone's ready to give another
Can't
ball.
waste time.
So like normally what I do is I kick it in the bushes. So it takes about 2 minutes to get the ball. But like there was no chance of this happening. It was just nonstop. And just depression really honestly sat in. I'm feeling this way about Division 4 social football. Imagine Premier League footballers when they lose a game on the weekend, man. That must be fucking
That's all right.
gut-wrenching.
Bro, you're coming back. Maybe it's a little change of morale. When
Maybe.
your return.
But I think Premier League football players, they can cry and they can wipe their tears with their $100 notes. Do you know what I mean? We're doing this for the love of the game.
We're paying to do this, man.
Exactly.
For a team fee, no less.
No, I'm keen to come back to play some footy, but what I'm actually very excited for is Frisbee, mate. We're all making not you, Kush, but us 3 are making our debuts.
Yeah.
Those are just like everyone on the team.
I think there's only 3 people who have played before. That's it. But I will say, getting to this stage to play the game has been a fucking nightmare, dude. We don't even know where we're playing half the time. I mean, I didn't even know. I thought we were playing in one location,
We
which is,
didn't
by the
know
way,
where we were playing, what time we were playing, what division we were playing in.
Who was playing?
Who was playing?
We got, look, I captain our Oztag team. Manu's taken the reins, captaining the soccer team, basically. And Kush is now taking the reins, captaining the Frisbee team. And I got to say, dude, I've been overseas looking at the group chat and it's just been confusion central.
it's been shocking.
Shambolic.
And to be fair to Kush, look, it doesn't seem like it's his fault. It
No,
seems like it's just
The actual competition.
Kush can only go off what he's given. And what he's been given, honestly, seems like a farce, given how the website experience is.
Not websites. There's 2. There's 2 involved in this for no reason.
There's 2.
Yeah. Well, one to do the quiz and one to actually sign up for the team.
the quiz.
quiz.
Let's talk about the quiz, mate.
You had to do that overseas, right?
Yeah, I failed it the first time. So like, I was telling Manu this, dude, one of the most difficult tests I've ever had to do. I'm not even kidding. So obviously I didn't bother reading the manual or whatever, right? So I'm doing the quiz blind.
Oh, okay. So, but you got it in the second
Second go, I got 8 out of 10.
That's pretty impressive.
Because I think the second round they were giving me more like
Easier
it
questions.
seemed like it was easy questions.
Okay.
Like, is it a foul if the defender punches the guy in the face? I was like, yeah, obviously it's a foul, right? But then there's like so much terminology, dude. I don't know the rules. I'm actually quite worried, actually.
Well, I need to read through the whole thing again because there's a couple of things. A, we don't know who we're playing on Monday. We have no idea what time we start the game.
Today's Saturday, so we got
one day.
48 hours, mate.
Yeah. And B, apparently the team captain, which is me in this case, has to go pick up cones before Monday.
Unlucky us.
Well, dude, I saw that. There was an option where you get a free registration if you decide to be the cone master or something.
I was wondering if anyone was going to pick that
I
up.
was going to do it because
I was surprised
$100.
no one did it.
Because then it said you had to come at 6 o'clock.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Because you have to set up for everyone.
Yes, that's forever. But is that worth
Nah,
it?
not worth
Because
it.
if it was $200,
No. I still think like, because the season's so long.
That's
it's like
every week.
Yeah, I have to rock up at 6:15, and our games you said is like
At
8:30.
8:30.
It's
or
worth if
9:10.
you live next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you can do it and then go back home and then come for your game.
Yeah, but look, tomorrow I'm gonna have to go to some park, which is not even where we're playing on Monday, to go pick up the cones.
Yeah,
man.
okay. This is the major confusion, right? So Kush chucks out a thing being like, all right, lads, what time do you want to play?
Yeah.
And we're all like, we want to play at 8:30.
I also said before it's at the right area.
Yeah,
because
you're-
that was, and I'll be honest, that was my knowledge. I genuinely thought.
So
it
you
was
gave
right
a grouping of a
Yeah.
location rather than a specific park.
We're
Yeah.
going to play and ride. We're no longer playing and ride, are we, Kush? We're playing in Lane Cove. So my commute went from 30 minutes to 45.
45.
Oh my God.
On a good day.
Playing ultimate frisbee.
To be fair, we tried to move as well. I asked, can we go to any div? We had 4, 5, and div 7 as options as well.
We're currently in 6 as well.
on
What did they say?
They said no. The teams are filled up.
But I'm kind of glad because we don't know how to play. So Div 4, we were just getting stopped. I'm glad we're playing Div 6.
But wasn't 7 in Meadowbank?
no, 7 is.
I think 7, the time didn't work. I think.
7 was this.
Either time or
didn't work.
location didn't work for 7.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we had to move up. One is
7 was Riot as well. 7 was Riot. 6 was Lanco. 5 is like 4 suburbs. And then Div 4 is Meadowbank. And so when I saw that, I was like, right, because when we originally started, it was Div 7. That was the plan. And then we moved to Div 6. And I think that just got lost in the communication. And so when it came back, I was like, yeah, we're in Lane Cove. And then everyone was like, wait a sec. we're in Lane Cove.
Yeah.
I think
that
it was
was-
assumed it would be in the same location
Yeah.
regardless.
But either way, because you guys had a toss about last week. I missed it.
Yeah.
What are do you think we have prospects for the season? What are we
To be
thinking?
fair, Mix and Christina, both, all three, decent starts, I think. Learning it quite quickly. I'd say learning it very quickly. The one thing you just have to remember, it's all in the wrist, bro. That's it. It's all
flick
in the
your
wrist.
wrists.
Yeah. None of that arm movement.
Well, we're going to toss
Sen
about
loves a
tomorrow.
little bit of a wind up.
He loves a wind up.
Wait, what do you mean a wind up?
He loves using his arm, taking a few steps forward, let the arm do the movement.
It's hard. You have to keep mental note to leave it in the wrist,
Yeah,
you
just
know?
snap it's just a snap of the wrist. Yeah, that's it. That's all you
Because I
gotta
think
do.
the issue is if you're trying to go for a bit of distance, that's when you bring the arm in, man.
Up, yeah.
And we were more of a Barcelona 0809 tiki-taka short pass
That's
sort
what
of
I
team.
was thinking. That's how we should
Pass
play.
and move.
That's
That's exactly how we're gonna play.
We're not going to play long ball
ball.
tactics, no, right?
Kushi would tell us his old team, man. They had a gun guy at the back. He would just, like quarterback type shit, just hoof it all the way to the top.
That
Do
was
we
our
have that?
strategy.
We don't have that, do we?
No,
Can you hoof it?
I can, but like not to that extent. That guy was full.
And we would be the runners, man. I'm not confident catching on the Odell Beckham type run
Basically,
on the run,
strategy was
man.
literally like NFL. We had this one guy who would just take a step back from everything and just chill as like one defender. And then we'd have like 2-3 mids who were just literally nothing but confusing the other team, and getting ready for the catch the frisbee. The one guy at the back would eventually get it, and then he would just hoof it, and then 2 people would just run to the end. By that time, they would have run to the end and they would have caught it. That was the old
What a
strategy.
So yeah, I think we got to
Rude
learn
one.
some strategies.
Yeah.
And we got to
Yeah.
learn the basics.
Basics, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, one
This
of
is
them,
a frisbee.
one of them started to explain the strategy and just talking about like stacking. And I remember he was talking about it in front of everyone, and I could see everyone's faces just going, "Hey."
Stacking.
Straight over my head.
I mean, it was over my head as well. I don't even know what stacking is. So.
But I think as a captain, Kush, you got to lead us here. Obviously, as people who've never played the game, you got to try and figure out a way that you got to fit you in the system. You got to fit us in the system.
Yeah.
People that don't know each other, dude, it's
Yeah,
a
that
lot
is
to the
true.
captaincy that
Yeah.
more than meets the eye. You
Yeah,
know, we've
he
roasted
said-
Ro about his questionable captaincy over the years, but he's done a good job. So
Started to hit me today. There's a bit of work to be done.
A lot of
Collecting
admin
cones.
work, mate. A lot of admin
yeah, the
work.
cones, mate. Don't forget the cones.
Gotta collect the cones. I think I have to call out a spirit player every week.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I think I have to call it out. Like, I don't know where I submit this, but like,
Like in front of the referee.
Is
or
in
what?
someone
do
that
you
has
mean?
played in the spirit of the game.
yes, yeah.
So it won't be
Oh,
Ro.
so it is we stand around in a
no,
circle.
I
and clap.
don't think. I don't.
Yeah, what would you say into the group chat? Say
Did I say this on the podcast?
No, you
last
didn't.
week?
You
I
said-
can't remember.
I think you may have, but go on, say it again. Say
I
it again.
asked, do we stand at the end of the game? Do both teams stand in a circle and just clap and like call out each other, praise each other?
because your mate that's played frisbee's heard about
Can you
this.
imagine that though?
You literally just said that we have
Yeah.
to nominate a spirit
A
player.
spirit player.
No,
but
then
we don't
Kush
clap.
has to submit that on the website or
Yeah, I
something.
think I have to.
What does the spirit
But-
player get if he
Just
wins?
someone who plays the spirit game.
No, but what if you win
Nothing.
this
I just have to
award?
do it.
you get a
why?
shout out on the Ultimate Frisbee newsletter or something.
Probably.
Dude.
There's probably like some Northern Suburbs newsletter that's going around.
That's okay. Well, frisbee got a lot less cool, and it didn't start very high to begin with. But
Still keen to play.
I am still keen to play. I think I'll be a one-season wonder.
Yeah, I think we'll all be a one season one.
It'll be a one and done. I think.
Yeah.
just to tick off that I've played frisbee.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move to our office snacks, another fan favorite as part of the log. Today we'll be rating Amazon's office snacks. So we've been setting Amazon's office snacks. We've got a few photos here. Let's go through the first one. Nice and classic. We've got a caution wet floor sign. No, I'm kidding. We also have a fridge there. And that fridge has got a bunch of drinks. We've got Coke, Diet Coke, some sparkling water.
Coke, no sugar.
I'm seeing
Fanta.
vanilla Coke, which
What?
is an absolutely beautiful.
One at the top, the brown looking one.
Oh,
Man,
you're
it's
a
class.
fiend for the vanillas.
I love vanilla Cokes. I haven't
okay.
seen this in an office before.
Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen this. And to be fair, lots of room there. So maybe we're missing some drinks because they're out of stock as well. Who knows?
Dare I suggest some foreshadowing as well? Please consider using the filtered tap for your sparkling water is the sign on the fridge, man. A tap for sparkling water.
That is pretty cool.
I think that's foreshadowing of what this Amazon
getting
spread
into
will look like.
And then photo number 2. Wow, check this coffee machine out. It looks like it's the pokey machine again. And you've got the cups there. You got a nice little manual. I didn't see that manual last time we saw this coffee machine. So a bit of instructions for the new people who are entering the coffee era.
Got a milk frother as well on the side. So it's got all the bells and whistles, which you would expect from a company like Amazon.
And then just a bit more to the right, a bit more sugars there, it looks like. And then the top, look at the way the cups are stationed. Wow,
Lovely.
perfectly assembly line of black and white cups. Class.
I'm a big fan of the manual. As someone who doesn't really drink coffee unless it's free at an office, I do not know how to make a coffee on a coffee machine.
Can we talk about, I feel a bit anxious if I'm there making the coffee at the machine because I have no
Absolutely.
idea how to do it. And there are people behind me waiting.
Like, especially like if it's not a button press, the liquid comes out.
Yeah.
It's a bit stressful. So like having a manual there, I feel like it's extremely accessible for the folk like me and you, Kush.
Especially this one, Nespresso. You got a little pods, man.
Well, where do you
what do you do with the pods?
Yeah, I was going to say, where do you put the pods in this machine?
Read the manual. I'm sure it'll tell you.
Yeah, look, I mean, it seems to have everything. So, I mean, unfortunately, this photo is 480p, but
It's like the pokies. You insert your little coin or your pod, you crank the lever, and out comes the feature.
They even have their own specific coffee recycling.
I was going to point that out, Sam. Wow, we love a sustainable company.
Do we?
I absolutely do. Coffee recycling, get the ground coffee. It's great for gardening. It's great for chucking the plants.
You an ESG sort of guy?
Absolutely not. Don't believe in
Oh,
it.
there you go.
Don't believe in it. That's such a lie. But Amazon, look, they're just doing their little small part, all right? Obviously.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're doing a big part on the reverse side of, the carbon footprint.
Balance the book somehow.
Also, the S part of ESG with their slave labor.
Look, it's the small wins that count here in the office, I say. And then we move on to the next photo, fruits. Bananas separated nicely, in the same bowl though, but separated nicely from what looks like apples and I think maybe peaches at the far end. I'm not sure, but
It looks like apples and bananas to me.
Yeah, just like bare apples and bananas.
to be fair, not bad. That's a decent amount of bananas and apples, I'm going to say. Not bad.
They take recycling very seriously here. Even at the back, there's 2 recycling bins, it looks like.
And the second last photo, we got a station of snacks here. We got some chips, some
quality.
popcorn, some trail mixes,
Wow.
I think. And I just love the way they're segmented here.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful. This is one where I can safely say a bit of segmentation.
Man, you love segregation.
And when it comes to snacks like this, yes, sir.
Those
but no,
kettle, are those kettle chips I see?
Kettle
Those
chips
are absolutely kettle
It's
chips.
goaded.
So
That
it's
is
top tier of the kettle
the
genre.
chili kettle chips as well. Wow, dude, those are like $6 a bag at Woolies.
If you notice, right? There's only one left, which
Yeah,
means they're
I
in
was gonna
demand.
say.
Although a bit disappointed, salt and vinegar still in the pack. That's my goat.
Really?
I'm going chili day one, baby. I'm taking that.
But I love that the popcorn as well is got to be a crowd favorite, surely.
Oh, absolutely, it is. Like it's the lightly sweet, slightly salty, or whatever that flavor is.
Cobbs. From
The
all
Cobb's green one, man.
Mr. Cobbs does magic on that, I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
It's
respect,
great.
and they've got the Tim Tams as well. So
Yeah,
you've got
Tim
them-
Tam's hiding in the back as well, man.
Thank
Come
you.
on.
You got something for everyone there, and I
Yeah.
respect that.
And what's in front? Is that like a protein bar? I'm not sure what that is.
It's rice cakes. I've never seen that before.
Oh, that's beautiful. Something there for the healthy folk as well. Those calorie watches.
We now move on to the last photo, which is that Young Henry's on tap?
It is. Wow.
So we have some beer taps here. Ripe for taking.
So going left to right, that is Young Henry's. I believe that's, I don't know what that second one is, but I assume it's some other type of beer.
It's the Seventh Day
Seventh
Brewery.
Day.
I believe that's IPA.
IPA.
What is
And
that
then
flavor? Sour?
They've got a raspberry sour cider.
It's cider. Yeah. Wow.
On tap, 3 taps for your employees to take at will. It also says know your limits. There's a little sign there.
I like
know
that.
your limits.
Drink
like-
responsibly,
Yeah.
RSA.
I mean, look, if this is there available for lunch any time of the day,
Breakfast.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, mate.
Why
Yeah, more
start at
like
lunch?
dinner because that's how hard they're working their employees. Surely,
yeah,
do you know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, I don't mind this one bit at all.
No, this is a great office. Look, we've stitched up a lot of offices here. Like, I'll be completely honest. It all went wrong when we rated Atlassian an 8, when that was obviously a 10. And then we had to just reestablish the scale.
We had to go negative.
But Amazon, obviously, like tech company, like tech companies treat their employees really well. This is a lovely snack spread. I got to say, I don't see any breads or Nutella. I'm sure that's there though. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It's probably hiding.
Or you can just same day delivery it to your desk or something.
Go to the warehouse.
Yeah, go downstairs, mate. Pick it up yourself. So I'm really loving Bezos' spread in the Sydney office here. What are we giving it?
Does this offset, Amazon's nefarious corporate actions?
Look, yes.
Yeah.
If you're putting Young Henry's on tap and a raspberry cider,
Yeah, the raspberry, that's a wonderful combination. What I would love to see, and this is just me being absolutely picky here, is the alcoholic ginger beer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we got to talk about the hard solo
Oh, that got rebranded. Did you see that?
to what is it?
What do they call it
Something
now?
else.
Hard something else. They were confused that teens would confuse that with the normal non-alcoholic solo. I mean,
Which is fair. It tastes just like it.
Mm.
And if you see Solar as a kid, you ask mum for it. But anyways, besides the point, Amazon, this to me, quality spread, but since we've given Atlassian an 8,
which had a buffet.
yeah, which had a literal lunch menu,
She had a 5-star restaurant inside it.
a 6 maybe? What do we
Nah,
reckon?
dude, this has beer on tap, bro. It
I think because of that, let's just say it's also an 8, but in different means.
Now, think about it, like, okay, your office might have fridge with like drinks, it might have kettle chips, it might have fruits, but they have beer on tap, brother, inside. That's got to be a 7 or an 8.
and I think that Atlassian photos we had were a bit poo.
Yeah, they were shit photos.
It was like after lunch where there was nothing there.
After this person had enjoyed their lunch, they went and took the photos.
I think I'm happy to give this a 7.
I
reckon-
could
Dude,
higher.
push an 8.
It's got to be an 8.
Pushing it to an 8.
I think Amazon, 8 out of 10. Great office spread. Keep doing you.
Nice work, Bezos.
Alrighty, our game this week is Draw This. Very simple game. We're going to go around. We're going to draw either a TV show, a movie, or a song. And the other 3 are going to have to try and guess what it is. Very simple game this week.
Go on YouTube. See the drawings, please.
And don't worry, there won't be a minute of silence while we try to draw.
Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to try.
So Sen has started drawing, and we don't know how he's come up with what he's drawing. He hasn't told us if it's random. He hasn't told us if he's gone on a website and found a word.
He's given us 4
He just started fucking drawing.
Off he goes. He's got 30 seconds. And none of us are timing him right now. We've just said he's got 30 seconds. So.
I'm timing.
Are you timing?
Yeah.
Okay.
He just started drawing.
And apparently he's going to unveil the whiteboard soon. And all 3 of us, I think it's a team game.
Is it a team game?
Who knows?
I think this is where you got to work together. I don't know.
No, we're not working
Nah,
together.
you're against each other.
We have to be
Okay,
separate.
we're
here.
against each other.
How would you
Okay.
rate your drawing skills, Kush?
I'm notoriously pretty bad with Pictionary. I like try to go to the the easy
No matter
sort of route.
what, draw this.
Yeah, you remember like the easy route kind of thing. If I'm drawing Homer Simpsons, I'll maybe I'll go donut or something like
Exactly,
that. That kind of
yeah.
reference.
I finished my drawing.
Here we go.
All right, I'm going to unveil it, and we'll go around, and you can each have one guess.
Okay.
And we'll start with Miguel.
Should I describe what I see?
Yes.
Please.
There is a creature on the left, some sort of, I would like to say animal. There's some fucking, I know what it is. There's some geezer with a triangle on his head and a broomstick, and there's a wardrobe. So dare I suggest it is, I don't know. It is a lion, it is a witch, and it is a wardrobe. It's Narnia.
All right, Ro.
Well, I mean, that's pretty compelling to me.
Go on.
It's quite accurate.
Well, at first I thought it was like I thought that was like Dobby.
I thought
It
it
might
was,
have been Harry Potter.
was Harry
Dumbledore,
I
maybe?
thought of Gordon Harry Potter. That's where I panicked a little because I know nothing.
Because then there's like obviously it looks like where he lives, Harry, in the closet or whatever. But I think also it is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. C.S. Lewis, brilliant author.
I will also say The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe.
Incorrect. It's Narnia.
I said Narnia.
Shut up, boy.
All right, so you all get a point there.
Okay.
So are you drawing again now?
No. Move on. Just me drawing for 40 minutes.
Oh, Sen's picked up a new hobby and wants to show it off. He's devised a game.
Whatever ideas comes to his head.
Now, Kush, just draw whatever comes to your mind, essentially, is what it is.
What am I meant to do? So it's a music, movie, or a TV show?
Correct.
Right? Okay.
I think anything, bro.
Just draw anything at this point. It's fine.
And we just got to guess it.
We just got to guess it.
Simple as that.
Guess it. All right.
I'm worried about Kush's because he has a niche knowledge.
Yeah,
That,
that's what I'm.
that was pretty good from you. Lion
Thank
Witch
you.
Wardrobe. Very easy. Kush just rubbed out his whole drawing.
So now we got to come up with something to talk about again.
Talk
man.
about something else now.
Far out.
I'll be quick with this. Go on, keep talking.
We're just having absolutely inane, mundane conversation.
I hope the listeners at home are enjoying this conversation.
It's all right. It'll be over soon.
Alrighty, I have completed my drawing, my second version after I
We've been
wiped that
sitting here for about 5 minutes. I'll be
Dad
honest
said
with you.
like 10 minutes.
I'll tell you, the first one I tried to do a Paddington the Bear and I
Didn't
quickly
happen.
could
Fuck,
not.
none of
draw
us would have gone that anyway.
So I'm going to show you Sen first because it's a bit hard for Sen to crane his neck. So here you go,
All
Sen.
right. Thank you.
And now I'm going to show it to Miguel and Ro.
So who goes first here?
This one we'll start with you, Sen. Well, what are you thinking?
Start with Ro. Start with Ro.
Start with me, please. So I see a river, what looks like a body of water, and I see two people battling with swords.
Bit of sword fighting.
Little
Bit of sword play.
Now I think they would be lightsabers, and that's
Just-
really you're looking for Star Wars.
There's
Are you?
only 7 movies to choose from. and,
Now I gotta-
and about 18 different TV shows.
If it is as well. If it is.
Well, what else could it be? I'm thinking Star Wars, but you haven't really drawn. You've drawn people fight. I don't see Darth Vader or anything
Yeah.
like that. So I'm thinking maybe it's a Mace Windu.
You're a
Have
Mace
I-
Windu sort of guy.
Have I given any indication that this would represent Mace Windu?
No, that's because like
saying motherfucker.
the first time I ever watched Star Wars
Yeah.
was in year 3 because I tried out for a play and they cast me as Mace Windu because I was literally the only brown guy.
That is
in
the most
class.
motivated thing I've ever heard, bro.
So then I watched the movie and I bought myself a little purple lightsaber.
Oh, so
Wow.
your method. Wow.
Yeah, so
Not
I
bad.
can spot Mace a while away.
The old Windows.
Mm.
All right. So you're saying
Star Wars.
which one?
This is bullcrap. This is
I would say it's very clear which one it is.
this is 6.
Star Wars 6. Okay.
Have you
Sen-
shown the camera the drawing?
here we go. Here's what it looks like.
Star Wars 6, he said.
All right, so let's work together low key because we both know what it is. How specific do you want us to be about
Yeah.
what you've drawn?
You can give me the
Do you want the movie?
yeah, just give me the movie name.
Have
That's
you
it.
seen the parody of this? The KFC versus McDonald's parody of this.
I have not seen the parody, but
We'll show you. We'll show.
We'll
Ro
show
after.
afterwards. It's 3.
It's Revenge of the Sith.
Wait,
it's
what?
Obi-Wan Kenobi. No, it's
It is Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan fighting Anakin / Darth. He's on his path
on the
to Darth
path,
Vader.
yeah.
He's got the high ground,
He's-
mate.
There you go.
It's over, Anakin.
Hey, you got that
I
from
have
this?
the higher ground.
Yeah, well, I tried to put him up.
Oh,
You
is
should have
that-
drawn the next scene of Anakin half his body gone.
Yeah, I hate you. He screams.
Is it that iconic?
Yeah.
That
it's-
scene.
It's arguably one of the most iconic scenes of the whole Star
I
Wars.
got it from the bottom, the little river thing at the bottom. That's what gave it
Is
away.
that lava?
It's Lava
Yeah.
River,
Lava.
mate.
Yeah, I'm remembering the scene now. Gotcha.
See, you got it. It's iconic.
But I didn't know which movie it was.
Yeah.
What's 3? Revenge of this? What's
Revenge
6?
of the
Return of the
Sith.
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Six.
6.
What's the one where it's like, look, I am your father?
That's
That's
episode
Empire
5.
Strikes Back. Yeah, it's 5.
All right, well, there you go. Well done, Kush.
Well done to all of you. You all picked it up very nicely. Not bad. All right. So we've passed it on to Ro now, who is going to begin his drawing. He's had a lot of time to ponder on what he's going to draw.
Dash just had 4 weeks to think about.
He had 24 hours on a plane to watch as many movies and TV shows as he wanted to.
Exactly. In fact, he's watching a show and he's half finished because he wasn't able to get on the flight.
Was that the one you were about to draw?
No, I wasn't.
What if he draws the cricket?
I watched a few movies on the plane.
There you go.
Elemental, I watched. Chernobyl, I watched.
Elemental.
Oh, the animated film.
Yeah, the animated film. Quite
I
good.
was thinking Lucy Liu and the Sherlock Holmes.
That's
TV.
Elementary, brother.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
All right. Time is up, bro. Show us what you got.
This is an extremely niche one.
Fuck.
And I don't think it's a very good drawing. So
Show it to the camera for about 5 seconds. Look at home. Look at what this is. If you can get this, by God, you are a savant.
now have a think. Really dig into the recesses of your brain here. Because I believe you know it. It's
Then
just a tough one.
Describe what you're seeing.
So there's a dinosaur from it looks like.
We're
and the-
going to work together on this one because I'm not doing this.
Yeah, we'll work.
Nah, let's do it on its own.
This is ridiculous.
We'll break it down together.
This is modern art for you, mate.
I went to a lot of museums, Kush. A lot of these could be hung up.
This is not modern
one-
or art, my friend.
So it's either a dinosaur or a horse in the top left-hand corner.
What is the square with a circle?
It's like a beam. Like it's beaming out, maybe?
Is it a portal? Is it a projector?
Why has he got AT&T on there?
Yeah, this is not paid advertising.
Yeah, man.
ATT.
More of a T-Mobile guy.
I'm Verizon.
Sprint.
What is that at the bottom? I don't get that. That little triangle shape.
So someone's like shitting or something. Something's coming out of his ass.
This is so bad. All right.
I'll be honest.
Well, are they shooting bubbles? Or?
Okay, let's figure out what.
No, you can't talk, Ro. You can't
Figure
talk.
out what the circle and the rectangle thing is, and then we can probably figure it out from that. So
This-
we know what that is.
This feels like something's beaming up. I
I
think.
think I know what it is.
Let's go.
Actually, no. You know what? I want the pointer. You guys have to figure this out.
Oh, let's go. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's actually kind of good. You know what? That's actually decent, bro.
Do you have any clue, Kush?
I have no clue here. What?
It's one of two things in my mind.
Okay.
You
Fuck it, I'm gonna guess Jurassic Park. That's my guess.
Not Jurassic Park.
Oh, there you go, Kush.
Okay.
On to you.
I'm gonna say Shrek.
Not Shrek.
Okay.
Sen?
Is this Bakugan?
It's Bakugan! Yeah!
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes it so much more obvious. Oh.
Yes.
Oh, right. The people at the bottom and then coming out from
my
the machine.
God.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I get it now.
Unbelievable. That's fair.
That's a
play.
great
That
guess
is-
from you, Sen. Bakugan Brawl, dude. If anyone hasn't seen that TV show, one of the best.
It hit me now. That's
I
good.
feel like this game is a bit wrong because I feel like I should get a point for that as well as Sen.
Oh, yeah. We should both get a point because it's good drawing.
I can tell you right now, nobody cares about the point in this game.
All right, let me rub out. I've got a drawing in mind. It'll be
Beautiful.
short and sweet.
Bakugan Brawl. I've forgotten about
Why
that.
why did that come to your mind?
I have no idea.
Because we did talk about it on the podcast. I think was it last week
We
or the
did.
week
We
before?
Did you really?
We talked about the old school one, like Digimon and stuff. Yeah, we mentioned
That's
that.
right. Because we talked about me and Manu last week doing Pokemon Smash or Pass, and you said we should do Bakugan Smash or Pass.
Maybe that's why it was in my head. Because I had for some reason, like a couple nights ago, I had this just real craving to watch Bakugan.
I had a real craving to watch
Beyblade.
the Yu-Gi-Oh! GX.
You go, GX?
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
had
would
a
join you.
real
in that.
craving to watch that. I was
Did
like,
you?
yeah, like that whole arc of the Elemental Hero one. I was like,
Great.
oh man, I need to rewatch
And
that.
did you watch Bakugan?
No, I didn't because
No, I
I was in
didn't
Europe.
watch it.
Because Cindy was talking to me about watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. So my
Yes.
mind came. I haven't seen that either. I was just coming to.
You never watched it?
Nah. Is it good?
Well, there's a live action one coming out, so you can watch that.
No,
one.
watched it at a cartoon. One of the greatest shows of all time. Sorry, Miguel. Patiently waiting.
Drawing's
for that.
finished.
That's very quick, to be honest. Quickest
Yeah,
ever.
it
was.
is good.
Good luck.
What the fuck, man? Oh, okay, I got it.
I got it, but I
Yeah.
want to describe what. Show what the.
Show it to the camera.
Ro, do you have it?
Okay, so let me just describe what I see. I see 3 stick figures. That's it.
Go
That's
deeper,
literally the
my
only-
friend. You've got this. You've got this.
Oh.
Caillou, bro.
Oh, okay. I think I know what this is.
Very nice.
Go on.
It's so simple. So elegant, actually, the drawing. It's 3 stick figures. 2 of them are tall. One of them kind of half
Half his
size.
size, dare I suggest.
One might say.
And they all look like men, potentially.
No, they all look like Jada Pinkett Smith.
So I suppose the answer must be 2.5 men.
There you go. Should I get 3 points
Yeah,
because
well done,
everyone's
well
gone there, mate.
As always, this episode is sponsored by our good friends at Manscaped. Merry Ballsmas from our friends over at Manscaped. The holidays are approaching, but what if I told you that the celebrations are starting early this year? Turns out the perfect gift does exist. And who else to bring it down the chimney than the leaders in the below-the-waist grooming? Keep calm and let your balls jingle this season with Manscaped's brand new Performance Package 5.0 Ultra. So, boys, we got our hands on this. Thank you very much. So, obviously, we've been doxing our Manscaped, people.
Contact.
Correct. We've been doxing them. Drew was our last guy, and he politely told us not to do that again. He's now left us, and he's left Luis in his stead. So thank you, Luis, for that lovely copy and for the packages. So, boys, we all picked up a pack of the Performance Package Ultras with the Lawnmower 5.0.
Wow.
I've been using the 4.0 religiously every single week, maybe every 2 weeks. I got the 5.0. I used that this morning. And
Did
wow.
you hear it? Did you hear it?
Look,
No, I mean, like when you used it, did you hear it like a tune?
it was singing jingle bells.
Yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the balls were jingling.
They were
brother.
jingling.
A lot of music to my ears, I tell you that much.
I use it as well. I like the light. There's 2 lights on it this time.
Double
There's a yellow
LED
light, and there's a white light.
Wow.
And you can also change the head. So you can change it from your pube trimmer to a nice little foil blade for your face as well.
That's right.
So it's a lovely 2 for 1. It's a lovely.
Just talk about flexibility. That is unreal.
Oh, so good.
Comes with like 5 different lengths as well. I think the clippers you put on it.
Mate, it's customization deluxe, and we thank Luis for his generosity. We really do. Now, I love it. Not only that, you get the boxes again in the package, which we've raved on about. I basically only wore those in Europe for the whole, 4 weeks. Not only that, they've given you another travel bag.
A new one. It's a new one.
Stop it.
So that travel bag, the Shed, I brought that around Europe as well. And I'm not just saying this because we're sponsored by them. I'm literally saying it because it's such a good bag and they gave it to us for free. Now, the new Shed travel bag is amazing too. It's just a sleek design. And so if you go to manscaped.com, if you use the code TCB, we're going to give you 20% off and we're going to give you free shipping.
Wow.
So get your hands on one of these lawnmowers. Try the performance package. With 20% off, you'd be crazy not to. TCB at checkout. Alrighty, we're doing blind rankings. And so how it works, if you haven't seen it on TikTok, is we have a category. We're going to have 5 items in that category. And the other person will not know what items they are. And we'll have to rank them blind. It's a very simple game. So
You don't know what's coming next.
you don't know what's coming next. You just got to chuck out an answer, ranking number 3, and just not knowing what comes next.
Hope you're right.
Extremely, extremely entertaining. Hope you find it as entertaining as we do. Kush, you'll go first, and I will be giving you the category.
All right, here we go.
Kush, I want you to blind rank these Australian fast food items. Quarter pounder.
Oh, that's a staple, and hopefully $2 in the month of November. I'm going to put this at 3. Classic.
Alrighty, 3 for quarter pounder. Chicken teriyaki sub on Italian herbs and cheese.
On Italian herbs and cheese, very specific. Because if it wasn't that white bread, get the fuck out of here. I'm going to put this at 4. Not my favorite sub.
Not a Subway sort of guy?
I'm a Subway sort of guy, but not a chicken teriyaki sort
Fair
of guy.
enough.
Zinger burger.
Oh, number 1, baby.
Number 1.
Zinger Burger is the GOAT. There's no doubt about that.
So, just to recap. Zinger number 1.
Yeah.
Quarter pounder number 3.
Yeah.
Chicken teriyaki number 4.
Yeah.
We have number 2 and 5 open.
So far, it's looking pretty good.
Is it
Decent for
decent?
now. For now.
Bondi burger.
I'm not too much of a fan of the Porto, I'll be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Now the question is, do I put it higher up or lower? I think I'm going to put this at 5.
I had 5.
5.
I want to put this at 5.
That's
Brother.
outrageous.
All right. So this must go in the number 2 spot.
Okay.
The Whopper.
You're a bastard. But all right, we'll put it at 2. I'm okay with that. I think I would have put the quarter pounder over the Whopper.
Oh.
But I think this is a solid list.
Right,
So you-
recap it.
Zinger Burger 1.
Yeah, number 2 is the Whopper.
Whopper 2 is a
Whopper
stinker.
2.
Whopper
That's
2
a
is-
massive
yeah.
stinker.
Yeah. But I'm not too upset.
3 quarter pounder.
Decent.
4 chicken teriyaki sub.
Yeah.
5 a Bondi burger.
That is a controversial pick
If
and
you're
a half.
honest with yourself, Whopper would be 5.
That's
Yeah.
egregious. Wait, what's the ideal list? He's pretty close.
I
would
think it's
swap-
pretty close.
I would swap Whopper and a Porter.
I think Whopper and the chicken teriyaki are fighting for last place, right? Zinger Burger's top.
Yeah.
And then maybe quarter pounder third, Bondi Burger second. But the Bondi Burger quality has gone down miles.
I think
past
I
few
agree
years.
with yours. I would have Bondi second, quarter pounder third.
But what about chicken teriyaki sub's not bad. I don't know why. That gets
Bro, that's like not a high pick for me at a
I'm putting it
Subway.
at 5, to be honest. I'm putting
Really?
Whopper at 4.
I think there are way better subs out
Yeah.
there. Chicken
okay. So if I
classic is
chucked a
better.
pizza sub out there, that would be a higher.
Ooh,
The
that would be
meatball.
decent.
A spicy meatball.
Yeah.
Meatball or pizza sub would put it up there for me.
Okay.
All right, I'm going on next, and I'm going to ice cream flavors. Migs,
Here we go.
you have been chosen. Migs, I want you to blind rank ice cream flavors. Flavor number 1, connoisseur cookies and cream.
You know what I hate about these blind rankings? When you want to put something at the top straight away. Because I don't know.
What's beating a cookies and cream?
That
though?
is a fair point. I'm going 1.
1.
Oh, he's burnt number 1 early.
Wow.
Connoisseur cookies and cream right at the top.
Okay. All right. No worries. All right. Next one. Golden Gate Time.
Oh my God.
Without a doubt, that's number 1.
That
I
is-
need
yeah.
to restart this whole thing.
It's too late, my friend.
Number 2. I'm going number 2 then.
Number 2. Golden
Respectable
Gate Time.
at 2.
Respectable. We'll take it. The next one. Icy Twist.
Huh?
Those icy poles, like the
Yeah.
lemonade ones.
Yeah.
5, bro. I don't even remember what it is.
Okay. All right. All right. No worries.
Icy twist.
The next one. A mango Weiss bar.
Oh, that's lovely.
Wait, the mango and macadamia nut one?
The half and half, right? Half of it's
half,
mango, half it's
and
macadamia,
half,
mate.
Half and half. That's the one we're going for here.
You conned me, Ro.
Sorry.
3.
3.
It has to be.
All right.
This
no
guy
worries.
hasn't learned. He's going to chuck out the home ice cream next.
All right.
I only have 4 left though.
4. And just to recap, you put number 1, cookies and cream connoisseur. Number 2, you put the Golden Gate Time.
Yep.
3, mango ice. And 5 is put the icy twists.
Mm.
The last one, Maxibon, cookies and cream.
I'm happy with this actually. 4. That can go 4.
Okay.
It's not better than a Weiss.
Okay.
Weiss.
Ooh.
Weiss?
I think it's Weiss. I think it is Weiss.
Weiss.
Maybe
What is
W's.
that phone app that tells you where the cops are? I don't like Mix's list very much.
No,
What would you change?
I'd chuck in Golden Gate Time, obviously number 1.
Daylight first.
Absolutely first. I think I'm happy with the Icy Pulse at number 5. Maxibon, again, don't rate.
Yeah.
Waste 3. What was the second one?
Cookies and cream connoisseur. That's a
Yeah.
solid one.
But that's like a vanilla, like generic. I
Yeah.
think I would want
There are
the
better
mango
connoisseur
one.
flavors out there for sure. than
No,
cookies and
no, I
cream.
think
I don't think there
connoisseur,
are.
Cookies and cream is number 1 as the connoisseur, but I think a waste bar for me, slapper goes number 2.
You can't go wrong with mango. Sorry, you can't go wrong with that.
I would agree. If I could do this again, it'd be that order. Alrighty, Cushy, let's reverse it. I'm going to you. You are the nominated one. Kush, I want you to blind rank these Sydney train stations.
My fan favorite.
Alrighty,
Come on.
Cushy, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Number 1, Central Station.
Very good station. Very expansive. Very broad.
The Central Station. Dare
But
I
is
suggest.
it the central?
The newly refurbished Central Station.
Okay. Well, actually, that was
Central, as in it connects to every single.
Has about 30
station
bloody platforms,
in
mate.
New South Wales.
It's a solid station. I'm going to put it at 2.
2. Alrighty. Next one, International Airport.
Yeah. Right. Okay. You know what?
Cost you $20 to get there.
I was gonna say.
But it links you up to the rest of the world, mate.
Sure it does, but it's really the plane that does it. So I'm gonna I'm gonna put it at 4.
I would
4.
have 5.
Engadine.
What did you call me, brother?
Engadine train station.
Scott Morrison's favorite.
Yeah. I mean, that's not selling too much, to be honest. I'm gonna put this at 5.
Oh, I'm gonna upset the people in Engadine with that.
Damn shame for that one.
All right, Central's at 2, International Airport 4, Engadine 5, Epping.
Oh, Epping is a good station. It's a solid station.
You have 1 and 3 left.
Yeah, it's definitely not 1.
But is the last one going to be 1? Kush?
Yeah, now you put yourself in a difficult position where whatever he throws out is going to be number 1.
And I throw down Engadine.
Ah,
Remember that.
yeah. I'm gonna put Epping at 1 because I have no idea what's coming next.
Epping at 1, man. I wouldn't even done that, mate. Last train station. This is going in at number 3, Circular Quay.
I'm alright with that. Circular Quay at 3, actually, that's alright. I'm taking that.
View of the Opera House, view of the Harbour Bridge for free.
What is a station though?
Yeah, not a very
Yeah.
connected
Nice on the
station.
platform.
Yeah.
It's a very isolated station, that one.
Circular Quay are more for its ferries, I think.
Okay, let's recap it. So
All
what
right.
do we have?
So 1, you have Epping. 2, you have Central. 3, you have Circular Quay. 4, you have International Airport. And 5, you have Engadine.
I think the Engadine is the only one in the correct spot.
Yeah.
Maybe International Airport.
Central just has to be number
Central
1.
has to be number 1.
Has to be number 1. There's no doubt in my mind.
What in your mind would have been above Central?
Yeah, what were you waiting for?
Yeah, exactly. What was your ranking system?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question.
Because sometimes you wait out for the goat, right?
To be fair, I think Strathfield's a really solid connective station. I think Strathfield's got a lot there. They can go do a lot of lines.
I think Central is a great station, but the problem is it's very confusing. There's so many exits, entries. If you're trying to figure out where you want to go, difficult.
I think I started ranking on my personal, I wouldn't rank Central Station number 1 because the toilets are shit.
Exactly,
Like,
which is
that's
fair,
what-
which is
yeah.
completely fair. But then
Are the toilets at Epping better than Central
Epping's
Station?
a
Yes.
terrible
But the
station,
toilets
though.
are better. So, you know what?
there's still toilet ranking. Though.
So train station toilets. Sydney train station toilets.
That's what we've got to. All right, Kush, done that. Who's next?
Alrighty, let us know your thoughts on that train station one. But we are moving on to the next one. And Ro, I'm nominating you again. Ro, I want you to blind rank these Asian cuisines. First one is Thai.
Oh no! Oh no! All right, let me just chuck out some. Okay, what I think might be coming down the pipeline, right? Thai, Vietnamese.
Yeah.
We're thinking
Japanese,
Indonesian, Japanese,
Korean.
Korean,
maybe.
my
Laos,
God.
Myanmar.
Malaysian. Yeah. any other Asian countries?
Cambodian.
Surely it includes Indian. I mean, that is
Bhutan.
Asian.
I had Nepalese food the other day. That was delightful.
Cool. We didn't ask where you're putting Thai.
Thai. Look, when I just started naming the Asian cuisines, I think Thai is going to sit at number 3.
Oh,
3,
mate, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Run of the mill.
Fan favorite.
Fan
Classic.
favorite. It's a staple of the
Staple,
genre.
exactly.
Next one, Ro. Chinese.
Bit of Chinese.
See, this is hard because Chinese,
They're succulent, but
Yeah.
they are
What
succulent.
is the charge?
This is a really tough one because Chinese can mean a lot of different things.
well, I don't think
It means
so.
from China.
But like, for example, yum cha, I'd send up right up the top. But then if you're thinking like, noodle soups, not as big of a fan.
That's a cuisine, my friend.
I'm going to sit Chinese at 4.
Chinese at 4. That
That's
is interesting. Anyways,
Okay, all right.
we'll move on. Next one, Indian.
I am Indian.
Famously.
Thanks, mate.
Do I want to destroy my own
Exactly,
culture by
dude. Are
chucking it
you-
at 5?
Where's the patriotism? Where's the
I'm gonna
Nationalism.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to put it, Jana Gana, I'm going to put it at 2. Sing the
2.
national anthem out loud.
All right, so you have 1 in 5 left.
Okay.
Next, Japanese.
1.
Oh,
Just straight up 1.
good.
didn't
Straight
even
up.
think about it.
Nah, no need.
So at 5th, you're putting Korean.
Yeah, I guess
Oh,
so.
really?
I guess so.
So recapping, first you have Japanese, second you have Indian, third you have Thai, fourth you have Chinese, and fifth you have Korean.
Oh,
They're all good.
I was
though.
going to say, that's actually a pretty good ranking. I'll give you that. You've done well there.
I think I put Korean over Chinese. Just me personally.
So send
Yeah.
Chinese to the 5th. That's probably what I would do too.
Yeah.
I would probably say
I'll
the same.
bump Chinese much higher, bro.
Really? Wait, above Thai or
Close
Indian?
second, probably.
Yeah, probably, yeah.
Yeah, you'd probably bump
Don't move
India
Thai.
down.
Thai's in its perfect position, like a number 3. I just think it's great there.
That's a really So what would your ranking be, Manu?
I will just put Chinese second and everything moves down 1.
1. So Korean 5th.
Yeah, comparatively,
Mm.
if you take
Thai 4.
Korean fried chicken aside,
Not much else.
it's good, but it's not as
Okay.
great as the things above it.
Okay. All right. I was a bit stressed out. This made me a bit stressed out. That was quite good.
All right, next up, it's Miguel. You'll be doing it again.
Here we go. What
I want you to blind rank these iconic Sydney landmarks.
do we have first then? Hit
So,
me.
A lot of iconic things on this list. We'll start nice and easy. Town Hall KFC.
Oh, that is-
Class.
An establishment.
but I will tell you, there was a night
Well,
out.
not the establishment.
No,
The
not
bar.
to be
nowhere
confused
near.
with the establishment which, has older men preying on younger girls. No.
The idea of Town Hall KFC is lovely, but I went the other day. The smell lured me in from the streets of Sydney. Took forever. Half the screens are broken. The toilet was out of service, and the chicken was mid, to say the
Beautiful.
most. So, but I don't know what he's got on the list. I'm going to put it 4.
Ooh, 4. Okay. All right. Next up, Straw Fountain.
Oh, that is an icon for the ages, mate. That is, but
But are you Korean? Do you smoke?
and I don't smoke, so like, what do I have to do with Straw Fountain? That is going to have to go 5. Sen
He wanted to put it at 4. He wanted to put it at 4, but alas.
All right.
has road gypped me again.
All right. Next up, you got Bay Vista.
I'm a fan though.
No.
I know you guys don't like the music, but I am a fan. The dessert is
No,
lovely.
I like the music. I just don't like the decibels of the music.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'll put it 3.
Left the top spots. Oh,
two.
wow.
Top 2 remaining.
So far, you've got 4, you've gone Town Hall KFC, and 5, you've gone Straw Fountain. Meaning 1 and 2 is remaining.
Town Hall KFC maybe should have gone higher.
Next up, you have Silverwater Prison.
I'm happy. I'm happy. Iconic. Put it number 1. Silverwater Prison, mate. It's the most iconic prison in Sydney. That goes number 1.
And finally, the Sydney Harbour Bridge.
Shit.
Inmates over the bridge.
If you know, for the hectics, for the locals, I reckon. No, I can't even back the horse here.
Defend it.
Yeah. Look, it is what it is, really.
If you had your time again, where would you rank these
Well,
landmarks?
Sydney Harbour Bridge 1.
Obviously.
Fair enough.
2, 3, 4 blank, and then the rest 5. No. Town Hall KFC
That's
second.
got to be 2.
I think that has to be second.
that
yeah.
has to
Yeah.
be second.
And then the rest, I think, are just a whatever.
Well, Silverwater Prison.
I think Silverwater Prison at 3 is solid.
Yeah, you
I
got
was gonna
Stanley
say
there
icon.
as well.
Yeah. Just maybe not in the right terms. You want it to be an icon.
All right, next up, it's Ro. You're going to be blind ranking this time. I want you to blind rank these Australian menaces.
Oh, yes.
And I've got
This
quite
is
the list for you.
outrageous. This is such a no-win situation.
Subject close to home, mate. Here we go.
All right. We'll start with a nice, easy one. The Democracy Manifest guy.
He was a big menace, but he didn't do it. He was just eating
Allegedly.
a succulent Chinese meal. Has he passed away now?
No, he's still alive.
Fantastic. I think in terms of iconic nature, that video has gone viral around the world. If people quote it all the time from different cultures and different places. That's why I'm going to give it a 3.
Democracy Manifest guy at number 3. Next up, Ben Cousins.
That's so niche.
Former West Coast Eagles,
Bad boy.
part-time footy player, full-time drug addict.
Cokehead.
Ben Cousins, I think only Aussies would know him. And
Good, because this is Australian menaces.
But I think he's definitely a menace. Let's not get that wrong. But I think he's
The
not.
notoriety is not quite there.
Yeah, but he was big. I remember every 60 minutes, every single week, 60 Minutes had a new kind of segment on Ben Cousins and his recovery story and then his relapse. And then I think I'm going to put him at 5.
5.
Oh, Benny
all right.
Cousins.
Just as a quick recap, you got Democracy Manifest guy at number 3, and then you got Ben Cousins at 5.
I'm sitting pretty here.
So next up, you got Corey Worthington.
Corey Worthington.
Speaking of icons, cultural icons.
That hair. That's those sunnies, man.
The Sunnies, yeah. Will you apologize, Corey?
Take the sunnies off,
Take the
Corey.
Sunnies off, Corey. It's so good. What an interview. If you haven't seen the Corey Worthington interview, I'm sure all of you have, but just check it out. One
of the all-time
all-timers. Corey Worthington threw a house party when his family wasn't home and invited 20,000 people because he forgot to put his event on Facebook on private. Who's coming next is what I'm trying to think about. Where does Corey sit in the
pantheon
of Australian menaces?
In the grand scheme of menacing behavior, was a little house party.
Literally had 20,000
No,
people
no,
invited.
he was invited.
It was 500 people or something.
Still
Like
showed up.
1,000
It
even.
was like Project X. They ruined the street and stuff like that. That is proper.
That is menace
behavior.
behavior, actually. Yeah, you're right.
And it is more menacing, I would say, than a little Coke every Saturday. And I think it's more menacing than
Succulent
Chinese meal. So I think I'm going to put Corey at number 2.
Okay, all right.
Very good. All right. Next up, you have the Rat in the Hat from Bananas in Pajamas.
Fucking who?
Yeah, you don't remember the Rat in the Hat?
I can't say I do. The only rat in the hat I know chefed up a nice ratatouille.
All right. Bananas in the Pajamas. The rat was a little bit of a menace. He was sneaky as well.
It was a very sneaky
Are you
little
thinking
bastard.
of what I'm thinking, B1? I think I am B2. Send him at number 4.
Send him to number 4.
Nice.
This has worked out very nicely. So you got number 1 open, and the last one is Ivan Milat,
Yeah.
Oh,
My
whoa.
God.
Australia's most notorious serial killer.
I'm glad that's gone to number 1.
That's worked out quite
I'm
nicely.
glad I haven't sent the Rat in the Hat to number 1.
All right, so a recap. You got Rat in the Hat, sorry. You got Ivan Milat,
It's like
number
a
1.
Dr. Seuss, mate. Ivan Milat and Rat in the Hat.
So you got Ivan Milat, number 1. You got Corey Worthington, number 2. Democracy Manifest guy, number 3. The Rat in the Hat, number 4. And Ben Cousins, number 5.
It's not bad. It's not a bad list.
Not a bad list.
I actually wouldn't change a thing there. That's solid.
That was perfect.
All right, we're moving on to the next one. Sen, you have been chosen to blind rank chocolates. Sen, I want you to blind rank Australian chocolates. All right, first one up, we've got the Caramello Koala.
Oh.
That is...
I reckon 10 years ago, it was, I reckon, a top 3 chocolate in Australia.
But now?
Now, it's getting smaller, and the caramel tastes like plastic. It is a trash chocolate now.
One of my most-
Shrinkflation, skimpflation, mate.
One of my most fun memories is in primary school when the kids come around with
Cameras.
boxes.
Yeah.
And I would always chuck them $1 and just say, give me that caramel koala.
I'm going to go Caramello Koala, number 4.
Okay?
Ooh, all right.
I hope I haven't fucked myself here.
Next one up, Cherry Ripe.
Oh, this is going to be controversial.
So controversial.
I love cherry ripe.
He loves it.
I'm a I know.
He's a slut for a cherry ripe.
But I'm also going to give myself a bit of space. I'm going to leave the top spot open, so I'm going to go cherry ripe number 2.
2 is still quite high.
I don't want to go on, but we shall. All right. Next one up, Classic Kit Kat.
Yeah.
Plain Jane Kit Kat.
Just normal run-of-the-mill Kit Kat.
No chunky, no
Right.
caramel, no nothing.
No, sir, just 4 standard blocks.
All right, so I've got 1, 3, and 5 open. I don't think this is a 5. I don't think it's a 1 either. So I'm going to go Kit Kat number 3.
Worse than a cherry ripe.
Yes.
Do you actually prefer cherry ripes over Kit
I actually
Kats?
do, yeah.
Wow. Okay.
That's a wrong and...
But I might have fucked this up here.
So, Senny, you really have the best and the worst now.
Correct.
Okay. All right. The next one, Pod Mars.
Let's go. That's too easy. Come on. Pod Mars number 1. Are you kidding me?
So there's nothing on this planet that would beat it.
Dude, no, nothing.
I actually would agree with that.
Mars Pods is the greatest invention of all time. Easily.
Well, next one, which can only go in one slot.
Don't give him Snickers pods.
No, it will be the Cadbury Caramilk.
I knew the
knew
caramel
you'd do
was
that.
coming. Senny fifth.
Fifth, same. Oh.
All right. Unfortunately, it has to go 5th. But if I had my time again, I'd be going Mars Pod 1, Caramilk 2, Cherry Ripe 3, Kit Kat 4, and one of the other
Koala
fucking things.
5.
Caramel Koala 5.
But what did you actually go? You went
Basically,
Pods 1,
Pods 1,
Cherry Ripe 2.
Cherry Ripe
That's
2, which is
egregious.
looking back now, that was a mistake.
Kit Kat 3, Caramel
Yeah.
Color 4, and Caramilk 5.
Caramel 5.
Ah.
I apologize to Caramel.
It's tough because they're all good. Like they're,
They're
all
all-
pretty good.
I
Even
could safely say Cherry Ripe is not good, but
I like Cherry Ripe.
That's
I
a
don't
no
love
from
it.
me.
I don't
not
love it
a
number
2.
2.
Not a 2.
Yeah, maybe 4 in that
Maybe
list.
4.
It's nothing higher than a 5.
It's all right, Sen. You get dealt with the cards you get, man. Next one.
Alrighty, Sunny. Last one for you. I want you to blind rank these iconic Australian sports stars.
Let's go.
Sam Kerr. Where do you want to put Sammy Kerr?
Sam Kerr is one of the greatest football players on the planet right now.
Is she the greatest Australian football player?
That's Timmy Cahill.
I think
Come on, that kick.
Yeah,
That's
Timmy Cahill, Harry
Historic.
Kewell.
I think in terms
Viduka.
of pure ability, yes.
Yeah, because in terms of, because no Australian men has ever become top 3 in the Ballon
That's what I'm
d'Or,
saying.
for
That's why I
example.
would say she
Is
would
she
be
the
number
highest in
one.
terms of FIFA rating as well?
Yes.
Tied.
Well, there you go. That answers your question.
Say less.
All right, Sam Kerr. I'm going to leave a bit of leeway here, but I'm going to go Sam Kerr number 2.
2.
All right. Ian Thorpe.
Oh,
Iconic in his own right. Won gold medals in Sydney and Athens.
out of the wazoo, mate.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think what's more iconic is his size 16 feet. Look at the flippers on the man.
Pot seal, bro. Torpedo. See, Australia has so many good sports like heroes and icons. It's hard. I would say they're all number 1 in my eyes. But
Here we go. We get into politics, huh?
Torpedo. I don't know, because there's going to be cricket players, rugby league players, you know. I'm going to go Torpedo number 4.
All right.
4.
Wow, he's just one of the most decorated Australians, Olympians of all time.
I
Number 2.
put Dawn Fraser above him, you know.
Got medals for the country. Whew.
Yeah, gold ones as well. We don't
Jesus.
care about silver and bronze, mate. All right, next on the list, Shane Warne.
Oh, this is easy. Easy. Are you kidding? What's that look?
Yeah, the look is
The king.
The king.
Are you denying the king?
No, you choose.
Mate, off the field, on the field, he was scoring.
He was the king of the weather as well. Weather predictions too.
Rest in peace. He's got to be number 1.
Number
Easily
1.
number 1.
All right, so recap. Shane Warne, number 1.
Absolutely.
Sam Kerr at number 2.
Yep.
Blank at 3. 4, we have the Torpedo.
I actually quite like this list so far, just
Okay.
quietly.
I think there's a doozy in there.
There's a big one coming.
So we've got 3 and 5.
There's one I think is coming and you fucked it here, Sen.
I think I know what it is as well, maybe. I don't know if you'll go with him.
Well, the next one on the list is Kathy Freeman.
Yeah, okay. No. That's calm. Kathy Freeman, you know, Australia's greatest sprinter. Let's put it up there. You know, won gold medal in Sydney. Iconic. You know, etched in my brain. I was only 2 years old at the time, but etched in my brain. Yeah, number 3, easily.
Number 3.
Just a notch below Sam Kerr.
All right. And then we've got Dylan Alcott at number 5.
Australia's greatest ever tennis player. Wheelchair tennis
Wheelchair tennis player. We've got Nick Kyrgios on 2 feet. Leighton Hewitt.
All right, so recap. We went Shane Warne 1, Sam Kerr 2, Kathy Freeman 3, Ian Thorpe 4, and Dylan Alcott 5.
Do you hate the disabled or something?
It's poor, Sen. It's
Poor.
poor.
It's really disrespectful.
You're laughing off, say, go on.
Oh, come on. But I'm going to double down here. I'm happy with my rankings.
I don't think
If I
Sam-
had my time again, I'm not changing
I don't think
anything.
Sam
Sam
Kerr's
Kerr's honestly probably 4
She's
or 5.
4. Sam Kerr's
Seriously.
4.
Yeah.
In relation to Kathy Freeman and
Bro,
Ian Thorpe,
Thorpe's gold medals.
No, but if we're talking about the biggest sport in the world, and Sam Kerr is up there as literally one of the all-time great players, she's got to be up there.
ability, but iconic status in Australia.
Yeah, iconic.
man.
Sam Kerr, absolutely.
I think you're underplaying Ian Thorpe and Kathy Freeman there, my
Torpedo,
friend.
bro.
Nah, I don't count the Olympics as sport.
Alrighty. So those are our blind rankings and then our revised rankings after that. If you have any, let us know actually what you thought.
Let's say some categories
Yeah, give
as
us
well.
some categories, actually. That was pretty fun. We can do it again. Wowee, what an episode. Unbelievable. Some of our best, I must say. It's good to have you back, Ro. How does it feel? First one back?
Bit rusty. I forgot how to speak. But yeah.
You were delirious before we began.
Yeah, I'm severely jet lagged, but we're good.
Ro went on a 5-minute tangent about Lube-mobile.
Well, Miguel promised me a heinous sexual act if I showed up this morning.
Oh, that's
That
right.
is, we've got proof of that.
So if you go on patreon.com/critical banter, you'll see such heinous act.
Otherwise, give us a 5-star rating. Please do so if you have enjoyed the podcast. Or if you even don't, give us a 5-star anyway. And you can find all our episodes on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can find us on YouTube at Critical Banter. We got some full episodes. Our shorts are on there as well. Is that right, Kush?
That's right.
You can also find us on Instagram and TikTok at Critical Banter. So follow us there as well.
DM us on Instagram. I would love to know how you would rank what we ranked today because some contention going on here. But see you next week.